Hi, thanks for everyone who watched my first video. In this new one I'll try and address some of the things I read in the comments, as well as sound out some ideas for future projects. The Raspberry Pi is a single board Linux computer. There's a massive open community surrounding it and people do all sorts of cool things with them. RetroPie is just one example. It's an easy way to set up a whole load of retro emulators and play them on your TV. My mini NES runs RetroPie, and I didn't show it in the first video, but the menu there you can use to scroll through all of the consoles that you've got stored on the SD card. Go through the games, pick yourself a game, and play it really easily. So the controller I normally use is the Wii U Pro controller. It works really well, connects via Bluetooth, and it's great for all the games that I play. But you can use loads of different types of controllers. PlayStation controllers, Xbox controllers are supported, and any USB controller. Like, for example, these NES controllers you can buy from eBay pretty cheaply, and they connect via USB and work quite well. The little controller I made was just because I thought it was cool and it would fit in with the mini theme. All of the case features and the cartridges are 40% of the scale of the real object, and if you scale down a controller to 40% scale, you get something like that. Let's see if that will focus. Maybe not. There you go. So this is the 40% scale, pretty tiny, and this is an Arduino Pro Micro. It's a microcontroller that you can program, and the cool thing about this is you can make it appear as a USB input device, a keyboard, a mouse or a joystick. And what's great and really lucky about this is it fit exactly into that case. So it was the perfect size, made it really easy, and I just thought it'd be cool to make one. Again, I didn't explain this in the first video. Back when I was designing the case, I'd lent someone my nice long screwdriver, so I couldn't actually open my NES case and have a look at the cartridge slot. I only had pictures to go from. But I've got it open now, and I'll show you. So you can see here there are quite a few parts. This bit at the bottom, that's fixed, that stays still. And then the cartridge part moves up and down. The interesting part is down here at the front. So you can just about see there, if I put my hand behind, there's a pin. And that pin is attached to the fixed part. And there's a little white plate there. And that's attached to the moving part. And that moves up and down. And that's how the latch works. So the white part looks like this. And if you imagine the shaded areas are the places where the pin can move, and the rest of it is solid. This moves up and down with the cartridge, and the pin is fixed. So relatively, when you push down on the cartridge, the pin's going to move up. So it starts in the up position. Pin, when you push down, pin's going to go up here and get forced into this channel up to the right and get caught here. So that's as far down as you can push. So once you've pushed down as far as it will go, you let go a little bit and the springs push the cartridge back up a little, and the pin will drop down and gets caught in this little notch, and the cartridge can't move up anymore, and it's latched in the down position. When you push on it again, the pin's going to go up and get deflected over to the left side, get caught in that little notch, so that's as far down as you can push it. So then you let go, and the spring forces it back up, and the pin will drop down this side, down the channel, and you're back in that up position. It's really clever. but would be too small for me to print on a scale. So I found some little latches, and these are for the replacements for the latches in bins, in garbage cans for your kitchen. And I'll show you how they work on the test case that I printed. So this is what I printed just to check all the parts fitted. And just down there, that black piece, that's the latch. So if I press it, you can see it latches down. You press it again and it returns back up. That's fixed there in the bottom of the case. Top of the case, this is the tray that the cartridge slides in, and it's just hinged there and there in the top of the case. And it can move really freely, but this little peg acts on the latch down there in the bottom, and the spring itself, the spring inside the latch itself, is strong enough to raise the cartridge up and down. So there's no other parts needed. It's just simply there. And you can see it's almost in line with where you would push it down, which makes it work really well, really nice and clicky. There have been lots of comments. People wanted to buy it from me, my mini NES, but it's not for sale. At least there's no way I could sell it in the way that it is. I'm sure it infringes on Nintendo's trademarks in some way. It's also quite expensive to make. I don't know if everybody realises the components alone cost way more than the $60 that Nintendo will charge for their version. However, lots of people do seem interested in building their own, and if that is the case and you are interested, then please let me know in the comments, because I'd like to make a proper build guide and maybe even make a kit for the electronics, so that those who want to put one together themselves, they can. The 3D files, they still need some cleaning up and organising before they're ready to be published, but I will make them available once I've done all of that and they're ready. Has to be a mini Super Nintendo, I think, the mini SNES. The European SNES is a different design though to the one released in the US, but I'd like to do both versions and document the whole process. If you guys are interested in that, then I would need to get my hands on a North American Super Nintendo, and if anyone's got one and is willing to send it to me in the UK to borrow and take some measurements of, then please get in touch, because it'd be a pretty cool project. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to try and reply to a few comments now, and since I've probably gone on long enough, I'll end this video here. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.